Hi Teela Jammers, how are you doing? So today I'm dropping another video and the title is Seeing Your Flaws as Strengths. Now, I think the reason why I wanted to do this video under the kind of personality umbrella is because, as I say, always, we are inundated with, feelings and thoughts and messages basically that are telling us we are not who we are and we should be like this or we should be like this person or that person. And I guess when you think about flaws, you think about things that are wrong with you. And naturally, you want to change them. You want to be something else, somebody else. And when that happens, you devalue who you are. Um, I don't want to get into certain avenues, but there's things happening in the world that really devalue us as human beings. We're born, we're created, and then we have a mission to fulfill. We're assigned things that don't make sense to us at first, but it's all about finding out. It's all about getting, onto that journey and learning, for ourselves. But when those messages come in and tell us, nah, you can't do that, or that's not for you, you need to do this, it's all about saying, I'm going to find who I am. And yes, I've got this flaw. Yes, this doesn't make sense to me, but I can utilize it as my strength. I can put it into my purpose, into my mission, and value it for what it is. It's just a flaw. It's not something that makes me me. So with that said, I would encourage you to literally stand in the mirror, whether you have like a long mirror or even like as I'm doing like on my phone, just look at yourself and say, who am I? And then I'd like you to take, pictures of yourself, and these can be, pictures of, like different poses, and then I'd like you to find different pictures of yourself. So pictures from like when you're a child, pictures from when you've been out and about, pictures, just memories that you've created with people, and create a collage of you, like who am I? And so what I want you to do is just sit with those pictures, sit with that person that you've been and that you are, and just say, okay, what was going on for me that year? Or what was going on for me that year? And I mean, some of these pictures that you take will be, quite positive, uplifting, but the majority of the time, we're going through ups and downs. So we may have gone out with our friends, but we were feeling quite stressed about an exam that was coming up. Or we just had an argument and we, called up a friend and they said, come on, let's go out, let's, shake it off, kind of thing. So the majority of the time, images can tell stories, So when you look at those images, just tell yourself, what was going on for me? Like, really, I remember that time, and I remember I did this, and I seemed happy there, but I remember what that year was like. It was quite stressful or whatever. And then just take time to look at, not the pros of the situation, but I'd say like evaluate what was good and what was bad. And then kind of take that evaluation. So you take that evaluation and you say, look, I did what I could. Just reassure yourself that you went from this strength to this strength, and you went from that strength to that strength. I read this book and I've forgotten what it's called now. I will find it. It's such a lovely book, and that's where the activity comes from. It's like looking at things that went good, looking at things that went bad, and saying, what did I gain from that experience, and how that shapes me now. I think a lot of the time we tend to reflect in quite a superficial way. We're like, yeah, that was all right. But deep diving is very important for self-awareness. It's very important for you to look at things in a spectrum kind of way, like saying, okay, from this end to that end. Because a lot of the time, we get stuck. And this is why I'm saying, like, from the beginning, you're told certain things about yourself, but it's all within you. What you have within yourself is something beautiful. It's something no one can take away from you. And we don't value that enough. We get stuck in trying to be something that we're not. And sometimes it's not even that we're not it's that we're trying so hard to become something that's appreciated that we miss the mark. We miss being grateful for who we already are. And this is where the kind of, you kind of beat yourself up, you get depressed, why is this happening to me? Instead of being like, hold up, I'm not going to be hard on myself because this has gone wrong. Like, I can come out from this in a different way, shape or form. This doesn't have to be the end. This doesn't have to be, what makes me, what breaks me even. I can move forward from this. If it was wrong for me then, I'm just going to move on from it. And sometimes that moving on from it isn't the easiest part. But what's harder? Staying where you are and being stuck and doing a repeat process of, revisiting flaws and telling yourself that this isn't going to work, and then everything else, it becomes like a ripple effect. So you just find yourself continuing onto this cycle of a revolving door. You feel like, it just doesn't get any better than this. Instead of saying, okay, I accept where I am right now, or I accept what's happening. I'm going to revisit my flaws right now. I'm going to reassemble what it means to be me and see the strength in this, see the value in this, see how I can make this meaningful. And they always say, when nothing changes, nothing changes. So don't see, your flaw as something that can't change. See it as something that can develop you into where you need to go, where you need to be. So, with that said, go ahead and do your selfies and revisit your photo album on Facebook or whatever. There's so many mediums where you can print out photos of yourself, and I don't know how you like to organize things. I have a journal where I've done this activity for myself actually, and I've just got images of myself and from the past and present, and it's just about reflecting on who that girl used to be, who that woman is, and just knowing where my strengths really lie. It's not in the mistakes, it's not in even the changes that I want to make. It's just in being grateful for where I'm at and keep on moving from there. Every experience we gain, every time we say no, we hold our boundaries, we remain confident in ourselves, not what we're showing to others, because confidence is not, and I know I'm going into confidence when this is like a personality thing, but confidence is not showing off and telling people you're the it girl or you're the it guy. Confidence is knowing for yourself, like, I've got this. Like, I gave the example of feeling like you're not good enough, and we're inundated with messages. It's really about looking within you and helping yourself to understand your personality, and not saying to yourself, okay, this is who I should be like this, I should be like this because of the messages you've been told. No, value and be grateful for yourself. You are you for a reason. So I'm going to love you and leave you for now. I hope you've taken in what I've said, and I'd love to hear any kind of experiences you're having in terms of the activity that you've done. So take time to do the activity and get back to back in touch with me on the comment section. But yeah, remember to choose what you love and love what you choose. Take care.